Welcome back to the Essentially You podcast, all about reinventing your health with safer, cheaper, more effective natural solutions and powerful lifestyle changes so that you become the CEO of your health. I am your host, Dr. Mariza Snyder. Ooh, today is the day. Can somebody pinch me? Come on over here and pinch me right now because I can't believe it is finally here. My 7th book, The Essential Oils Hormone Solution, officially released today by Rodale, a division of Penguin Random House. And let me tell you, we are popping the champagne bottles, we are throwing a dance party, and my husband came home with the most ridiculously gorgeous bouquet of flowers. We are feeling the celebration energy up here in this house. Now, I have been dreaming of this day for over 18 months, and here we are. My deepest desire is to get this book into the hands of women who are ready to empower themselves with natural solutions at their fingertips. And I hope that you are going to love every part of this book, that it becomes a resource that you cherish and that you choose to share with friends and family that also benefit from the incredible information inside of the book. Now, the journey of this book coming to be has been nothing short of miracles. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing stories about this book's journey, and I hope that you enjoy everything that went into making the Essential Oils Hormone Solution and that went into getting this book out into the world today. Well, it all started in the spring of 2017. Right after my 6th book had published, The Smart Mom's Guide to Essential Oils. Now that book, in case you were wondering a little bit about it, it really is my Essential Oils 101 book. It gives you everything you need to create non-toxic solutions for yourself and your family, and it's a great starter guide. Now, I was interviewing with my dear friend, Dr. Tony Ewan, on his podcast about that new book when his book agent had actually heard me on his podcast. And she reached out to him wanting to know if I would be interested in writing another book. Well, let me let you in on a little secret. I had been wanting to write this book for years. I just didn't know if a publishing company was going to see my mission and vision, and they did. So a little side note on that, if you are holding onto something that you are very passionate about, something bigger than you, just keep holding on to that, because I promise that one day it is going to come to fruition for you, like this book had come to fruition for me. Now, I got a book deal that summer of 2017, and I began to write. And I wrote a lot. Right after, I devoted an insane amount of time of hours to researching the book. See, when you write a book on a subject that has never been written before, you need to make sure that there is a lot of research to back it up. And did I ever back it up? There are 40 pages of bibliography in the Essential Oils Hormone Solution. And when Penguin Random House had told me that I was going to have to cut 50 pages in some of the final edits due to the word count, best believe I figured out a way to keep all 40 pages. Now, by the end of 2017, I had written over 110,000 words. I was over word count in a big way. At that size, my book would have been over 450 pages long. Today, the book is down to, let's say, a little under 400 pages and around 95,000 words to make it beautifully manageable and the resource that it is today. Now, did I ever tell you, this is another little secret of mine, that I love to just vomit words on paper. Now, I've been doing that for the last 7 books. And you know what? I know what I am good at, and that is research and content creation. I 100% leave it to the editors to help the book shape in a way that is concise, it's readable, and it's organized so that it really serves you. I am so grateful for editors so that I can do what I do best and they do what they do best. See, Before I even was a practitioner, a lot of you guys don't know this, but I was a biochemist. For years, I worked in a laboratory, and research runs in my blood. It always has since I was in college. I literally had in the laboratory the big goggles because I was always working with chemicals. I had the pocket protector. I even had my name literally in cursive on every single lab coat that I owned. Let's just say that I was a sexy scientist back then. Now, it is my dedication to ensuring that this resource is really what you're looking for when it comes to creating natural solutions for yourself and your hormone health. And I can't wait for you to experience it for yourself and begin to utilize all of the wonderful tools from essential oils to nutrition to self-care and everything that's built in this book to really provide a comprehensive plan for you. Now, I want to talk a little bit about my mission and why I actually wrote this book for you. And I wrote this book for me, and really, I wrote this book for women everywhere. Now, 10 years ago, when I finally figured out why I had had chronic fatigue, horrible PMS symptoms, migraines, unexplained weight gain, feeling like a zombie throughout the entire day, insomnia, and anxiety, I quickly realized that conventional medicine didn't have a true solution for me. And at the time, I remember feeling so alone and lost and unheard. I don't know if you've ever felt that way on your healing journey, or maybe if you're feeling that way right now. Well, it was in that moment that I leveraged my one great secret sauce skill set, and that was research. I put my research hat on and I got to work. And over the next 2 years, I slowly got my body back on track with powerful nutrition. And hence, that is why I have 5 nutrition books, because it became such an area of focus for me. Self-care, supplementation, and most importantly, changing my belief about what I felt I deserved in terms of my health. See, for so many years, I didn't think that I was really deserving of a healthy body or deserving for prioritizing myself. I oftentimes prioritized everyone else's needs before myself. And this was a lesson that I had to learn if I was really going to truly heal my body. Now, in those moments, I chose to rewrite my health journey. I refused to let others dictate my health outcome. And I feel so strongly about you in the same way. You know, it's beyond disheartening to hear every single day that women are being dismissed and told that they will simply have to live with their symptoms. You know, it's your body, and no one knows your body better than you. I want you to know that your symptoms are valid. Your stories about your health are valid, and I am here to advocate for you and for your hormone journey. This mission is the number one reason why I created this podcast and wrote this book. Several years ago, I decided to own my own health journey in a big way, and that meant taking the good with the bad. It wasn't always easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is, especially when it comes to healing the body. And I want to really quickly preface this with a simple truth. And that is, I don't believe that healing needs to be a painful experience. I believe that it can be punctuated with so much joy. And that is why I love essential oils so much. You know, over the years, I've had the opportunity to educate over 1 million women about the power of essential oils and self-care and what they can do for the body. And every single day, my inbox is flooded with women and families who've used oils for emotional well-being, for stress, for mood management, for hormones, for all kinds of healing modalities. And what they come to me is just the joy and the happiness and the gratitude that they have for having these beautiful chemical constituents. And I hope that as you explore this book for the first time and you start to use oils, if you haven't begun using oils before, that you also have that experience when you're using oils to boost your mood, or you're using oils to help create a beautiful sleep ritual, or when you're using oils to have a moment to just reset when you're feeling overworked and overwhelmed in your day. Because here is what I believe to be true. Is that I believe that we are powerful CEOs of our families, our careers, our communities. We are incredible multitaskers. And let's be honest, we keep the world going around and around. But we oftentimes forget to prioritize ourselves. We neglect our bodies on a daily basis, and we let our health slip in favor of helping others or doing things for others. Today, as I speak with you now, I know that there are thousands of women suffering from rushing women's syndrome, chronic fatigue, or even hypothyroidism, and they are being misdiagnosed, or they are being misled into thinking that they need anti-anxiety medications or birth control pills or hormone replacement therapy. When you go to the doctor's office and someone starts to question you, question your symptoms, or even simply just writes you off like your health history and your symptoms don't matter, remember that your body is indeed your business. I want you to listen to that intuition and trust what it tells you. I truly believe that the first step to healing is self-awareness. When you begin to listen to yourself, listen to your body will lead you in that right direction. Learn to trust that intuition. It's the most important thing that you can do when you're up against the status quo of the women's healthcare system today. For instance, just something I love for you to think about is that symptoms that maybe that chronic fatigue or those painful periods or those headaches or that joint pain, those are typically warning signs that are not worth ignoring. An important question to ask yourself is, what is going on in my life that is driving these symptoms or those messages, right? I always think of that. These symptoms are messages from your body letting you know that something needs to be rectified. Now, here are some important questions to ask yourself. One, is this serving me and my body? Whatever that may be. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's the food that you're putting into your body. Number 2, do I feel ownership of my life and the choices regarding my health? Number 3, what does my body need in order to heal at this moment? And next, what is not serving me right now? Toxic people, toxic relationships, toxic food, maybe toxic products, just figuring out what that is and letting that go. And then once you have that awareness around your body's needs, you can then begin to write the prescription for your own health by taking charge. Now, I want you to know that it's important to have a great entourage of people who can help you with this journey. I just don't want you to feel like you have to go on being dismissed or getting answers that are not serving you or getting mediocre results that you don't feel are really moving the needle in your health. Because you are the boss of your healthcare. And as a woman, you get to create a self-guided action plan towards optimal health for you, guided by practitioners like myself. Now, if you're looking for a resource that you can rely on to have these solutions at your fingertips, I want you to know that that is why I wrote my newest book, The Essential Oils Hormone Solution. It was really about helping to ensure that you felt heard, that you felt that there was a true integrative solution for you, and that you had these powerful, beautiful chemical constituents along with nutrition and supplementation and really some of the truest and most what I consider to be the best tool sets that we have for really initiating true healing. So that is my true mission and my true declaration. I hope that it aligns with what you feel is right for you and your body. Now, I have another story that I want to share, if that is okay with you, on this book journey. Now, the journey of the book, as I mentioned, has been quite amazing, and it also led me to create a couple of other things. It led me to create my masterclass. It led me to create my 14-day hormone detox program, which is absolutely incredible. We've had almost 1,000 women go through it already since I created it in the summer. And it allowed me to create the Essential Oils Hormone Summit that I launched last fall in 2018. Yes, this book was the inspiration for so much that I've done in 2018. Let me tell you, we barely had time to breathe, but it was all so worthwhile. So just days after I spoke in front of 38,000 people last September, that's right, I spoke in front of 38,000 people live, and let me tell you, it was an experience of a lifetime. I decided to embark on this mission during the summer, but right after I spoke in front of those people, I launched the Essential Oils Hormone Summit, and it was to raise money for Days for Girls and another foundation called Just Like My Child. Now, when I decided to create the Essential Oil Hormone Summit, it wasn't just to give you the most up-to-date information on how essential oils can be used to balance your hormones. No, the event was created to make a difference in the lives of women all over the world. I wanted to create a ripple effect. My mission to help women everywhere to become the CEO of their healthcare, that meant always having solutions that work for you at your fingertips and never letting a health challenge stopping you from living your fullest life. That was very much the mission of this event. And I believe that all women everywhere should have access to reproductive health care. I believe everyone deserves human dignity. Now, Days for Girls and Just Like My Child increase access to menstrual care and education that shatter stigmas and limitations for women and girls. And by giving these girls the education and the tools that they need to be able to go to school and manage their period, we were ensuring another generation doesn't have to be held hostage by her hormones and the normal functioning of her body. Now, that summit went off without a hitch, and my initial goal of $50,000 raised turned into a whopping $150,000 raised for Days for Girls and Just Like My Child. And some amazing miracles have happened since then. Now, note that we finished up this event at the beginning of November, and since November, I have got some really exciting information that I want to share. Now, there were some things that happened in both of these organizations that were super big. A couple days prior to the Just Like My Child organization heading to Uganda for their Girl Power mission, which is really a mission devoted to educating girls so that they are not trapped in getting pregnant too early, that they're not trafficked, that they're not married off too early. That particular program with Just Like My Child, they were heading off to Africa, actually Uganda, for this trip. And they wanted to serve another, I want to say it was close to 2,000 girls that were hoping to be a part of the program, but they didn't have the money to fund those 2,000 girls. And right before they left, we were able to send that money over to them. I didn't know at the time that they were hoping to serve another 2,000 girls, but that money allowed them to do so. And so they headed off to Uganda towards the, I would say, practically the end of November with that money and the ability to change the lives of several more thousand girls just with the fundraising efforts that we created. Now, the other organization who got the bulk of the money was Days for Girls. As I mentioned, it's a foundation that helps provide menstrual hygiene and reproductive education to girls around the world who simply don't have that women around the world who are not even treated like second-class citizens, but even worse. And they had gotten a call at the end of December from Nepal that 4 women had died, a mother and 2 daughters, and another woman from the menstrual huts that they were put in. And they had sat together at a table. This was the end of December. And the money that we had raised, $100,000, hadn't gotten there yet. And they had decided that enough was enough, that they had to go back into Nepal and that they were going to go and impact 7,000 girls. But the director, she had decided that no, they wanted to have a profound impact, even bigger than the 7,000 girls, that they had supported 7,000 girls the year before. They wanted to, for 2019, support another 7,000, but she decided that that number needed to be 14,000 girls. Now, when everyone heard that number in the organization, they immediately kind of gasped because they didn't know where the money was going to come from. But she was committed to making this powerful change so that no girl died in Nepal ever again. So their 14,000 was what they committed to. And just 2 days later, the $100,000 that we had raised for the summit landed at the headquarters of Days for Girls, and they were able to go out and fulfill that mission for 14,000 women, or more than that. It may have even been more. So I just wanted to just update you on this amazing event that we decided to do in the fall that raised $150,000 that went to 2 really incredible organizations that had changed the lives of several thousand women around the world in multiple countries. And the real big reason why I wanted to share that with you is that this ties into so much of the mission that I believe in, that all women deserve access to reproductive health, all women deserve human dignity, and all women deserve to have ownership of their health as well. So I just wanted to share that story with you because it mattered to me, and it was a part of this journey, this book journey that I was creating in 2017 and 18. So I wanted to just take a moment and say thank you so much if you were one of the 50,000 women who participated in the summit, because your participation and your donation power changed the lives of so many women. Now, if either of these amazing foundations align with your mission, I will have links to donate in the show notes and on my website at drmariza.com. So here I am today. I feel like there is this revolution happening right now that women are standing up to become the CEO of their health. Now, if today's episode resonates with you, if my stories resonate with you, if you are ready to step into knowledge and empowerment about your hormone health, I want to invite you to grab a copy of this new book for yourself, and most importantly, for someone that you love. This book is a powerful resource that needs to be shared in a big way, and it's through word of mouth that this book is going to get out into the world in a massive way. Currently, I wanted to let you know that we have 10,000 plus books already sold as of today. It was the goal that I had before the book was released, and I have an even bigger goal of 100,000 books being sold this year. That is how committed I am to making changes. That's how confident I am that this book is going to be a resource that continues to bless the lives of women for many, many years to come. Now, as a small token of my appreciation, I have created some epic bonus goodies. I have been telling you about them throughout the rest of the podcast as I've been recording other episodes. And these bonus goodies are really just a big thank you for ordering your copy of this book today or sometime this week or sometime in the next month, whatever feels like it's in alignment for you. The book isn't going anywhere, but I'd love for you to grab a copy for you and someone that you love. And right now, once you get the book, you can instantly begin to balance your hormones with the bonuses that I've created for you today. Now, how you get these bonuses on top of the book is you're just going to go order your copy of the Essential Oil Hormone Solution at your favorite online retailer, or better yet, at your local retailer. You know, the more of us that order books literally from a local retailer, we just really change the landscape of getting books out into the world. So if you're open to it, go to your local bookstore, ask for a copy of the book if they don't have it on the shelves, and maybe even grab more than one for you and a friend. So you're going to get it at your favorite retailer, online or local, whatever feels good for you. Then you're going to go to my book bonus page, which is drmariza.com/hormone book. Now, this is in the profile, in my Instagram profile. It's on the website. You're going to find it clearly on this page right here. We will have it in the show notes, so it won't be hard to find. And then number 3 is just simply entering your details, and those bonuses will instantly arrive in your inbox. So those are the things that I wanted to share with you. And last but surely not least, I am headed on a book tour. That's right. I am on an 11 location book tour in the months of February and March. I will be in San Diego tonight, February 12th from 7:30 to 9 p.m. at Warwick's in La Jolla, because that's where I live and that's where I'm kicking off the book tour. Next, I'll be in San Jose on February 21st, Sacramento on February 23rd, Santa Rosa on the 24th, Portland on the 26th of February, Bend, Oregon on the 27th, Sequim, Washington on the 28th, Phoenix, Arizona on the 9th, Riverside, California on the March 29th. And I'll also be at doTERRA's leadership events in Atlanta and San Diego to sign books. If this is in your location, I'd love to see you. It's just drmariza.com/book tour. And we are filling up in some of those locations, which fills my heart with so much joy. But I do hope that I will get to see you there if you happen to live in those areas. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and listening in to the Essentially You podcast. Our next episode is all about creating a food revolution with my dear friend, Ocean Robbins. Ocean has been on a mission to change the food industry and how we eat most of his life, and his new book is going to show you how. So join me later this week with Ocean. And in the meantime, have an amazing day. Get your hot hands on this gorgeous book. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.